That's very nice. That's fun.
You didn't have to drink all that water, but I appreciate it.
I didn't want to be. Excuse me. I didn't want to be rude.
Well, thank you.
Should finish what? Oh, sorry. There's still more. Sorry for slurping.
It's okay.
It's very cold.
Hello everyone, and today we have a very special show. Today we're going to be talking with author of some fine books like The Ghost, Pam Oberman, also the author of Forbidden Fruit, Pam Oberman, and also Lone Eagle. Welcome, Pam. I am Aaron Murky and I am from BUCKO, but welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
No problem.
This is so fun.
So, what got you started in writing? What? These are romance novels.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I specialize in a format that I like to call romantic realism.
And what does that mean?
It's just, it's about real things.
Don't be nervous. You're fine.
No, I'm used to a big audience and not all these cameras
and
down.
Cameras and lights.
I don't even know where to look.
No, don't. You look right here.
Okay.
Or if you want to talk to the audience, look right down there.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
there you go. So Pam, so how old are you when you started writing?
Oh, it was a hobby most of my life.
Right.
And then, like everyone, I just needed something to kind of fill my time when you have jobs that, don't necessarily require your full attention the whole time.
Right. Okay.
So,
like, what's an example?
I worked in a parking garage.
Okay.
In those little huts. And sometimes, I would switch with my friend Zoeb, and I would cover his shifts because his wife was having a baby. So I would work overnight from like 11 till 6:30 in the morning. So I just would write. And, you'd see about 4 or 5 people, usually people probably cheating on their spouses.
Okay.
I just assumed so, but...
Yeah.
Because, not everyone...
Do you have a significant other?
At the moment, no.
Okay. Great. So, Pam, would you like to read... Well, do you want to read an excerpt now, or should we talk more about... I heard you have cats, correct?
2.
What are their names?
Pinto and Walter.
Yeah.
And I put them in my books just as a little, hello, Pinto, Walter. So,
there you go. And how long have you had Pinto and Walter?
Well, Pinto is 7.
Okay.
And Walter is 6.5.
So they're young kitties.
They are. I got them after my dear Misty passed away. And I just needed some time to grieve and work on things.
Sure.
And then a friend of mine, Sandra, she works at the local cat shelter. And she said, Pam, you gotta get over it. You gotta come in. And Misty would want you to be happy. She was right. And I was just gonna get one. And then, I saw Pinto and I loved him so much. And I just felt like Pinto was missing out. So then I got Walter.
So there you go.
So yeah.
There you have it. All right. So let's get to it. Which book do you feel is your best work? Well, I guess it's always your latest work. Would you like to read from your latest or let's read from your earliest, which is Forbidden Fruit, correct?
Yes.
So let's read from Forbidden Fruit.
I believe the excerpt that I'm going to read is, oh dear, what is that? It's an old bookmark there. I'm not sure if this is the right one. I couldn't... Sorry, just one.
No problem. We've been excited to have Pam on our show because she's been so closely working with BUCKO on things. So we're very excited to have her. So
yes.
You ready?
Yes. This one. Actually, this is what I try to do in every one of my books is have a chapter that's named also the name of the book.
Oh, okay.
So I mix it up. But just in case you get a little lost with yourself and you're like, where am I? you can get to that chapter.
Perfect.
And then you go. So this chapter is called Forbidden Fruit.
All right, let's do it. Forbidden Fruit by Pam Oberman, everyone.
You want the whole thing? Because that's the whole excerpt? The whole thing? You ask me questions if we go.
Okay.
Do
you want me to interrupt you?
No, you don't have to interrupt me. I'm just saying, because sometimes people have a hard time just jumping in. You know?
Pam, let's just jump in.
Because you're a romantic guy, I know that.
Well, yeah, I have a wife, and
she told me that you're saucy.
I guess so. She shouldn't be talking about our bed
Well, she doesn't
life.
get inappropriate. I'm not talking about that.
She shouldn't.
She just says that you're sweet and you make her feel special in her insides.
Well, I don't know why she said saucy. That's our special word
Oh,
for...
I didn't know that. That was a word I chose to use.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't knowing that was your word. I apologize.
Oh, that's fine.
If it was just a word I like to use. Because who doesn't like sauce? It's good with everything. Have you ever had a food
Let's get on the subject of the sauce Pam.
I'm just saying, they have breakfast sauces, lunch sauces, dinner sauces. They can even put sauces on dessert. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now we understand why Pam is so steamy. A little bit.
So, I hope this doesn't mess with your parental controls on YouTube.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
There's no bad words.
Only bad people.
True. Even if a word is vulgar, it's not bad. It just can be used poorly. That's all. Okay. She gently scratched the pale, soft skin that peeked through the space between her capri pants and socks and sandals, making a mental note to pick up more lotion to combat the late summer dryness. Windabeth had taken on a part-time job doing inventory at her local supermarket because she was saving to take her cats, Pinto and Walter, to the Cat Expo in Cape Canaveral, Florida. The job was perfect for her because it started after the store was closed. Windabeth could walk around freely counting everything from frozen pizzas to cinnamon to hemorrhoid cream. And she loved that this job let her scope out the deals before everyone else. $3.87 for a taco kit. I know what I'm having for supper tomorrow, she gleefully said to herself as she headed towards the produce department. Okay, what's next on the list? Salad kits. She headed towards the cooler when all of a sudden from behind a watermelon display, up popped Dennis. Hello, Windabeth, he said, almost out of breath. Dennis was a robust and round man. He had quite the head of hair for a fellow in his 40s, and though his uniform was professional for a produce manager, Windabeth was intrigued by his large decorative belt buckle. Yes, it was possible that his belly was caused by the buckle to protrude at such an angle. It was always seemed to be resting on something. Something she could only imagine was large enough to support an ornament of that size. Hello, Dennis. I wasn't sure if you were working tonight. That was a lie, of course. She was. It was Tuesday after all, and that's when the fresh produce came in. Ah, yes, it's produce night, he said, smiling, as he held up a large Bartlett pear and delicately placed it atop the most beautiful pear pyramid you ever seen in your entire life. How was your evening? I'm well, thanks. She loved how tiny beads of sweat always rested between his eyes, dancing on the few thick hairs that seemed determined to connect his eyebrows together as one. Good, I'm glad, he said as he gently bowed and tipped an imaginary hat, while never breaking eye contact. Which, of course, was a difficult move through translucent lenses, but Dennis was a pro, and this was a dance that they had enjoyed together for weeks. Suddenly, the air became thick. Windabeth could feel the electricity between them turn into vibrations in her body. It buzzed its way down the slightly off curvature of her spine and settled on a spot just under the fanny pack that held her trusty disc. I have to count the Caesar salad kits, she said as she felt her hardening nipples strain inside her Nike Dry Fit sports bra. Of course, don't let me stop you, he said as he gently opened a box of bananas, letting his gaze linger. That's what that means. She turned her back to begin counting, but of course the only thing on her mind would let her count was the thing she wanted to do to Dennis's body. She imagined he had small tufts of hair on his back, perfectly placed on either side for optional grip. Maybe he was freckly. Maybe he had a noble scar where a questionable mole had been removed. Maybe, no. She screamed inside her head. Get it together, Windy. Count the salad kits and move on. She decided to distract herself. You know, Dennis, You should be careful with those crates of bananas. I saw a W5 report on the Brazilian wandering spider, sometimes called a golden silk orb weaver, getting into shipments, and all at once she felt his essence and belly behind her. She slowly turned to meet his eyes. He was inches from her face. Are you wearing perfume? Because you smell amazing, he said, looking at her as though she was a juicy fuzzy peach on a hot summer day. Her heart was beating faster than a horny hummingbird. She gulped, bit her lower lip, and smelled the air. No. I think it's that kiwi you ran over with your cart. Sorry.
It's okay.
And with that, they grabbed each other and passionately kissed. He swung her fanny pack to the side and pulled her close to his body. She could finally feel what was supporting that belt buckle. It was magical. They madly fell into the broccoli and cauliflower, nearly destroying a box of cremini mushrooms. Suddenly, as if it were a sign from the heavens that things were too hot, the spritzing hose turned on and delicately covered them in a fine mist of love and hydration. The fruits were ripened that night and blossomed as witnesses to their passion. The next day, Dennis also had tacos for supper. And it was definitely and finally on special.
Good job, Pam. Good job. You're up for Pam, everyone. Amazing. Spicy.
Yeah, saucy. Sorry.
Saucy.
Sorry.
Well, there you have it. So, Pam, that is amazing. So that's Forbidden Fruit. Please pick it up at, where can I get that at?
Mostly online. Some bookstores have it, but you gotta ask. They don't really have a section for what I write.
I see. Okay.
So sometimes it's in the cookbook section, like that one. Sometimes it's in the animal rescue section, like different breeds.
Okay.
And sometimes it's just in plain old romance. Never young adult, though.
No, it's too passionate. It's too steamy.
It's not their fault. They're just too young.
It's too saucy.
Yeah.
As you would say.
Oh.
Okay. Do you have any wisdom you want to give to aspiring writers?
Well, first of all, thank you for asking me here. I think it's important that you should just write what you love, Like write about things that you feel good about. Because if you don't, then you're lying.
No one likes a liar.
No, and people feel good when they're being told the truth, whether they're being told in words, like hearing it, reading it, being told. Mm-hmm. You like being told the truth, right?
Absolutely.
In all aspects. It's just like, sorry to go back to this, it's like sauce. There should be truth in the morning, in the middle of the day, in the evening, and at dessert. Always truth.
There we go. Well, thank you very much, Pam.
Yes.
I think what we learned today is words don't hurt people, people hurt people.
So true.
So, Thank you so much for watching me. This is Pam Oberman. I am Aaron from BUCKO. Next week, hopefully, Lauren and I will be here together, but we will see. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and help us thrive on this platform. And then also check out other videos. So, thanks so very much. Bye!
Yeah, bye!